I didn't get this. I didn't get to do anything on the other blanket. I've had an interesting week, so I decided to put Slytherin back on here since it's already in its advanced state, and I'm almost done with it. So I only got about 3 more feet left. So I just rather just put it on here so there's not much I have to think about right now because I just have a lot going on. So I hope you guys have had a pretty good start to your week. Thank you, Raining. I just got it thrown up here. I could have straightened it up a little bit, but I've been really busy. I can't. I wish I could. I usually I just do that over in the other place. I don't do it here because I try not to catch any strikes or anything. How you doing, Judy? But yeah, I just don't do it here because I try not to like them be like, oh, you're singing blah blah blah, community strike. Let me follow this up a little bit because I got it balled up and I want it to kind of have some cohesion going on. Roll it up a little bit. I look something that's better. I was actually just singing before I got on live. I try to get all my humming and stuff out the way. Because I do feel the urge to do it. Awesome. Okay. Feet propped up. That's what I need to be doing. I need to find me something to prop my feet up on while I'm sitting here doing this. Technically, I got two blankets going. Though I took a break from the other one because I haven't been able to touch it at all. And I wanted to have the border done before I got back on live, but I haven't been. I've been really busy. market prep, custom orders, all that stuff. And making videos for companies, so I didn't really have the time. Then a lot of life going on behind the scenes. Um, ain't nothing wrong with that. And my oldest son had his is at work on his first day of work, of like official work. So it's been crazy. So he's at work. You too. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of your night. That's awesome. Good night. I need to get my kids to do the same, but I can't quite get them. I only got two though. The other one working now, so he usually comes with me to my events. Has a little fiber right there. I still didn't get it. There it is. And my son gets off in like an hour or so. So I'm gonna be on live till he get off work. I'm doing pearl stitches to keep the blanket from curling. I need to be careful because I only need to do 10 of these. Let's see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be 8. So 2 more rows after this. Change color to black. 16 rows in black. Yarn looks a little funny there. I'm just gonna keep on going. Let me borrow some tension so I can pull this over nicely. Hi, Karen. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. It's very for me it's very therapeutic. I've been making blankets on this loom for about 4 years now. It helps to start with variegated yarn first. Hi, Mary. Thank you. Amari. Sorry. Hi, everything, Maddie. I got two more rows in this color, then I'm changing to black. Trying to get it situated under there. Thank you, everything, Maddie. When I change the colors, I flip it over for you guys to see it. It's about 4 feet now, and so I'll just wait till the end. Hi, Kathleen. How you doing? Uh-oh, I got it twisted up in here. Uh-oh, I knew I had done something. I'm gonna leave it though. I accidentally double wrapped it. I'm gonna leave it there. Let me see. What did I do? One, two. Yep, I'm gonna leave it. Gotta remember this next row is my last row in this color for right now. Purl stitches. No, this is not the one I was working on last week. I was working on the gold one last week. I had started a gold one last week. I didn't put it on here because I didn't get to finish off my garter stitches, and I've had a really busy couple of weeks. I'll try to put it back on here next week. I want to go and get this one done. Yeah, it was the yeah. This not the same one. I haven't done anything to it. I wanted to work on this one because I'm mentally I'm tired. This one I already got progress going, so I don't have to think. Don't I got to think a little bit more about. It's a old hollowed out clicking office pen. Um, yes, yes, it'll make it a lot easier. It helps with tension a lot. I used to break a lot of looms before I started using that method, so definitely worth it to me. So it's very rare that you will find a loomer say that they don't like the wrapping tool. Hey, Symptoms from Soul, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. That's good. You doing good. Cool. That's cool, Paul. I've also seen some like this in the hardware section. So if you look in the hardware section, they got some like those the handles that look like a screwdriver or a flathead handle to it, but it got this hook on it and it's really thick. Oh man. It took me a minute to use mine too. So I promise I get it. When I bought it, I was like, what did I do? But then after I did my first one, I think my first two or three, I bought two more. And right now I got a project on all three of them. Cool, Paul. Thank you. Look, now I know where to go if I end up running out. If I end up needing some more hooks. I'm thinking about doing a crafting class over the summer, so I'm gonna teach the kids how to loom and crochet. We'll see how that goes. It really is. I think it's pretty easy. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just find it more relaxing than doing what I'm doing. I don't really think about what I'm doing. I do certain steps a certain way, so I'm kind of like in the automation mode. Like I'm doing it without thinking about it. Okay, so I am finished with this color for right now. What I'm gonna do is flip it over so y'all can see what it looks like so far. It got pretty big. Then I'm gonna take me a drink as well. It's hard for me to spread it across the table. See if I can do that enough. It's still it's long too long for the view, but that'll work. Let me grab my tapestry needles. What did I do with my tapestry needles? I just had those darn things right before I got on live. I put it all together. What did I do with it? I call myself. Okay, there it is. I found yeah, I found my big thing of tapestry needles. I don't even know. Now I lost my very small tapestry needles. Well, needles. Very my thinner needles, but they got a big eye on them. Yes, Sandy. Thank you. I've been really busy. Really busy. I'm trying to get it done. Cause I would really like to focus on Ravenclaw. So I'm trying to go ahead and run through it. But it's about 4 feet now. So hopefully by the end of the month, first week of next month, I will be done with Slytherin. Because at least after the first week, I'll have time, a little bit more time. Because I'll be just doing random events then. Uh-oh, I thought it was going to drop down. It usually just drops down. Come on. There you go. It's a blanket. I'm going up to 7 feet. All right, let me roll that back up. I'm planning on doing some dresses. I just ain't got around to it. Over here grabbing yarn. It's a Slytherin themed blanket. Tuck that in a little bit more. All right, so I cut the yarn on this side, which is where I always cut it at. And we're gonna make a slip knot. Make sure your tail is long enough. I always put my tail on that side. Put it on your last peg. And that is changing colors. That's all you have to do to change colors. I always get that a lot. How do you change colors? That's it right there. Even if you change colors in the middle, like you decide to change colors somewhere up in here, you can do the same thing. Change colors that way. One of these days I'll get into graphing too. I don't know if I got the patience because I know there's a lot of cutting yarn and reattaching or traveling the yarn and all that stuff. I don't know yet. It goes up to 5 feet wide. They say about a queen size. I gotta do 15 in black. No, 16 in black, I mean. Because I gotta do a even number. This black yarn is thicker than the other yarn is. Gotta tuck that back down through there. I've been working on this a little longer than what I would like to, but I also crochet on the side, and I started back doing events this year, so the crochet and my other events have been taking up my time. I've done like 3 events in like 6 weeks, so, and I'm also doing customs. Right, exactly, sure do. 'Cause this black is a little thicker than the other ones are, and I can definitely tell. And that's a little annoying, especially when it's thicker yarn too. It's a KB Afghan loom. The KB stands for knitting board. No problem at all. No, I haven't finished the Ravenclaw blanket. I just started it last week. I'm trying to go ahead and get this one done. I wanted to work on this one because I just didn't have the capacity for the Ravenclaw tonight. I only worked on it that one day. Yes, I'm doing each house. Like I haven't even touched it since last week, so I just had a lot going on. And I wanted to finish the border before I put it back on live because the border takes me so long, and y'all will just be watching me do the same thing for like hours. So I was like, I need to finish this border. I usually try to finish it off live and then move it back to put it back on live when I'm at this part. No, I haven't done that yet. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I had started a skirt one time and then I quit and started making blankets again. I took it off and put a blanket on there. But I need to do better. I really do need to start making clothes. Like it's all in my head to do it. Like I'm like it's not that hard, but me, I don't know why I do it. But it definitely can be done. Awesome. You crocheting? Because once you get crochet down, after them first couple of stitches, it be, you know, you can pretty much make anything. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, of this one, I got three. And I got a blanket on all three, but one of the blankets been sitting on there for forever. So I don't really want to talk about that one. But yeah, I got two with ones that I'm actually working on. One of these days I'll take the other one off so I can start. This probably where I'll start my clothes at on the third one. As long as I don't end up starting another house blanket on the third one. Knowing me, I'll sit down and be like, okay, we're gonna start some clothes on this one. And then I'll be like, no, I gotta get all these houses done. These house blankets done. Hogwarts house blankets. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'll be leaning that way. We'll see. Cause I got other looms where I can make clothes on them too. Yes, carpal tunnel arthritis. I also have um, a pinched nerve in my shoulder, so it helps like with strength and all that stuff. Cause the this hand that's knitting off is actually a weak hand, so it helps with all that. Ooh, that sounds nice, Sandy. I bet it is. Sometimes it can be. It didn't take me that long to learn on the knitting needles. The reason why I'm not on the knitting needles is because of my ADHD. So I can knit like small stuff because I can easily start it over and finish it. But like blankets and stuff like that, I cannot knit those on the needle because I end up getting distracted and dropping a lot of stitches. So I prefer to like avoid the knitting needles when it comes to blankets because I don't really know how to fix drop stitches and all that stuff. But in addition to that, beyond doing purl stitches, garter stitches, and stockinette stitch, that's pretty much all I know. So I'm not very well versed when it comes to the knitting needles. But crochet, once you crochet is was difficult for me to learn. It took me about 5 years to learn crochet, and once I learned it, it was like everything else just was easy. It clicked. And then loom knitting took me about the same amount of time as it took me to learn needle knitting. So if you want, for me, between the three, this would be like the easiest to learn and to learn different stitches on and to try new things to get started. This one be the easiest start and progress in. Crochet for me was the hardest to start, but it was the easiest to progress in. And then knitting was hard for me to. I mean, it was easy for me to start, but it was harder for me to progress in. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's a knitting needle too, cause there's different sizes of knitting needles. I tend to always just use the 5 millimeter. I mean, same here. I'm not gonna tell a story. The crochet hook is my go-to. It's very convenient. Outside of live, that's mostly what I do. I crochet most of the time. But I've been doing this way longer than I have been crocheting. I've been crocheting 4 years now, and I've been loom knitting for 11. And then I started needle knitting before I started looming. But I only like got like a couple months experience if you really think about it. Look, sometimes you just take a break. Because I hardly needle knit anymore. I'll pick it up every other year and be like, okay, I need to try and see what I can do. That's why I kept doing crocheting. I kept giving up because I was like, I'm going to get this. Once I fell in love with plushies, I was determined. Yep, me too. Me too. You ever tried the what's that? Tunisian Tunisian crochet? That'll get you the knitted look. I started on the end where I started, because when I start over here, when you knit off, it pulls the working yarn looser. So I start on this end, because once you knit off the first stitch, it loosens up. I don't like knitting where I ended at. The working yarn, when I knitting off, the working yarn pulls loose, so I avoid that end. I tried it for the first time a couple of months ago. It wasn't too bad. Now, I didn't I I ended up with like a warped project, like my project was going like that. So, uh-oh. But yeah. I was like, not too bad for my first try. Hi, Super Black. I swear it's kind of weird for me. The rows, like, I'm like, is this the official row or is the next row? Makes it the official row. Like when you go back and forth, that's the first row. So that's where I get lost at. And then I lose the end, the stitch going back. I always lose that one. I'm like, how do I keep losing this stitch? Thank you, Super Black. I'm like, how do I keep losing this stitch at the end? I'm counting. And then it became I gotta count too much. I don't like. I can't stand counting. Also, okay, Super Black. See, I can't. This would be the first year I'm doing 4 of these in 1 year. Last year I did. I think I did 2 last year, and typically I just do one because I'd be like, because it just takes up so much time. I end up, well, no, it's not about the time, it's the amount of yarn I use because I'm just leisurely making them. So I'll be like, I ain't got a lot of yarn to be, making big blankets, so I make a lot of baby blankets. And people kept asking me, why don't you make a big blanket? So I started with Slytherin house, and then everybody wanted me to do every house. So if I do every house, I got to do them all the same size. I can't just do baby blankets for the other ones. So that's the only reason why this year there'll be 4. And I hope to complete them by the time Christmas comes. Now, baby blankets is a whole nother thing, but I also crochet on the side. So, baby blankets, I probably completed no more than about 25. Yeah, see, I've done that once, but I have to like get the ADHD, like the hyper focus. Somebody ordered something right before Christmas, and I really wanted her to be able to gift the blanket to her son. I put his name on it and everything. I was like, yeah. So I was able to get that one done in 3 weeks. That's the only one I ever done in 3 weeks. But I haven't tried to make it a habit ever since. Now you gonna tempt me to try and make it a habit. 'Cause that's pretty awesome. Me too. Me too. Very relaxing. Have you done the 10 stitch, or all of yours are more so the full loom? Cause I hear the 10 stitch works up even faster once you get the hang of it. Okay. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. But yeah, I definitely want to try it. I keep saying I want to try it. I never sit down and be like, okay, all I need is 10. Because I got a looms to try it on. It's not like I'm shy of looms, but I guess I just get on this one and be like, okay, this is what we're going to work on today. I have a bad habit with change, and just doing things that I'm used to, and you know I'm gonna go for the first habit. That's awesome. I haven't done double knit on here. I've been tempted to do double knit too, but I guess when I looked at it, I felt like, for me, I'm like, that looks like it shouldn't be that complicated. But they make it look, you got to do certain pegs together and all that stuff. So I haven't tried it. I probably just need to go watch a video and just get used to it. Because it'll probably work up even faster. If I use number 5 weight yarn, then I'll probably be addicted to that. I bet it is. And like, don't get me wrong, figure 8 is like my favorite stitch to do. And I think if I figured it out, I probably wouldn't do this anymore. Cause I love making scarves. Like they're my most favorite thing to make because I make them figure 8. If I can figure it out on here, I think doing it this way would be done like a done deal. I might do that this year. With probably next year after I finish these up. I want to do them all the same way. Okay, that's gonna be nice too. I always wanted to do a waist yarn blanket, a scrap yarn blanket. What I meant to say, with just random colors. Exactly, Sandy. Exactly. Like, where do you find the time? That year I did mine. We were out on Christmas break, so I was able to do it. Like, where are you finding this time? How many hours in a day? I used to do 3 hours in a day, 3 times a week, and I was still pushing about 6 weeks then. No, I'm not. I'm doing like maybe 8 hours a week, and that's if I'm very into it. Oh, okay, okay, that'll do it. That'll um that'll crank some adrenaline up. That alone. I haven't had some donated yarn in about a year or so. 2 years ago, someone donated me like uh, 2 garbage bags of yarn, and then I think a year ago, somebody donated me one garbage bag of yarn. Ooh, 6 hours a day. Almost, Callie. I'm not very familiar with the rainbow loom. Almost, except for the pegs aren't stacked the same way. Like the rainbow loom is more like I think like a bracelet thing, and this one has like a space that it drops down. Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You do work. You work 6 hours a day, even if it's crafting and fun. Thank you, Callie. See, I be trying to do that, Thomas. I don't know how to work. I don't. I don't really know how to work marketplace. Every time I check on there, it be like the yarn be like 50 miles away, and I'm just like, where is like nobody locally is giving away yarn or selling it. I be so annoyed. It always sends me. I'm not that far from Memphis, and it always sends me to Memphis. Maybe I'm gonna go back on there and try again. I'll be like, why are you sending me to Memphis? I don't want to go to Memphis. So I do need to go back on there and at least see if I can find some like cotton yarn. It's my preference is to get cotton yarn or bamboo yarn. I do need to get around to doing that too. And I supposedly supposed to be making porn, but I never got around to doing that either. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not going over no over market value. That's why I don't really go on Etsy for it, because I've looked at Etsy a couple of times too. I only go on Etsy if they're like if the yarn is they no longer sell it, and I really need like that particular yarn. Right, right. But typically, when I can't find it anywhere else, Amazon has it, and they have it from the company. So I think that it's kind of weird. I'll be looking for a certain color, and I'm like, nobody else has this, and I go on Amazon, and that the company that sells the yarn is selling it on Amazon. So I guess they be like it's on Amazon year round. Amazon wouldn't sell me no more than three at a time too. I was like, how rude. Yeah, they do. They have some decent prices. One time when they wouldn't sell me their yarn for more than three at a time, I checked to see how much it would end up being if I bought three, then bought three more, then bought three more, and it ended up being about the same price as it was on Michael's. So I was like, okay, that's not too bad then. So I guess when it comes boils down to it, I will go on Amazon and buy that yarn because I wanted 13 skeins of it. Hi, Cheetah. See, I don't really even have like craft stores like that around me. I wish I did though. I always have to go to Walmart or Dollar Tree. Those are my options. Or I gotta order it online, or I gotta travel about 50 miles just to get where I want to go. No, I've never tried. I've never heard of it. I do like Walmart yarn too. So it's not totally bad. It's just like Walmart. What happened with me in Walmart is I wanted some patty green. I think it was patty green. I wanted more patty green. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying the right one. No, it was. I think it was hunter green. It was either patty green or hunter green. And I went to Walmart and it didn't have they didn't have one of them. And so then I had to go to Michael's to get it because they didn't have the color I needed. So that's the only way I could start back on the blanket was to order that yarn. But they had like every color in blue. So I was like, seriously? What you said? That super black. What you said, Thomas? Exactly. Exactly, Sandy. But yeah, they had every color in blue, and I was like, okay, maybe it's out of season. So I had to go on Michaels and get like several skeins from them. So that's my only gripe about Walmart. It's like they only put certain colors out during certain seasons, and I know they got it in the back. Maybe I should have shopped for it online so they can pull it from the back and then do the drive through order or whatever they call it. That's what I'll do next time. So I know that look, I know they got it in the back. I'm gonna try that the next time though. You ain't telling me nothing. They put all that stuff up, and then they at the end of the season they give you a sale on certain colors because it's the end of the season holidays, and then they go put it in the bag. Cause how do they still got the same yarn from the previous year? Cause it's a certain brand of yarn that they sell from Premier, and they have the same colors every year. Right, I tend to like Amazon yarn too, so I tend to shop from them too. I go to them when I can't find it nowhere else. I finally made it to gold member status on Michaels since they're the only people to really shop from. So I finally made it to gold member status, so I been shopping more there to get more discounts. When you get to that point, you get like that. You know how they used to do the thing every day, 40% off. I think you get that every day once you get gold member status. Oh man, I would have been trying to figure out how to glue them on there, especially if I was in the middle of a project. This one has one glued on there. This one is glued on there. I have the other one. I ended up breaking that from doing U stitches, and it has one glued on there. I only got one that has all its original pegs, so I'm scared to like even touch it. When I touch it, I was like, you gotta be extra careful with this one. This one is special. But this one, and out of all three of them, two of them got one peg broke. I'm surprised there aren't more broke, to be honest. So with this one, I use some I can't think of that. It's some super glue mixed with some not, what is that, that arm and hammer stuff. Baking soda. It's super glue mixed with baking soda. Oh, wow. Yeah, it did. It did you very, yeah, it served you very well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sandy. The ones I usually drive to the ones in good neighborhoods. The Michaels I usually drive to is like, oh, it's like, is someone gonna hand me a coffee? Why don't y'all have like a coffee store in here? It was only one that I've been to like that though. It was real nice. Like they had the lights kind of dimmed just a little bit. They had like a full wall of like a yarn wall. I swear it was really nice. It say something knit, um, but they had a full. You know how you got those diamond shaped shelves? They had a big wall of it, and in all their colors. I think it was pretty much red heart in that area. It was really nice. And then they had like, you know how in your kitchen, if you did like I think it's called a island. If you did an island and you in the middle of your kitchen and you have like your that rectangle kind of light set up, they had one of those where they cut fabric at. They had that set up. It was just really nice. It was like a whole ambiance thing. I was like, oh. I was like, this is what the good neighborhood Michaels looked like. I don't know if they did fabric at that time. It was some area where they had like a one of those little island type thing where you have like a little workstation at. And I got it posted. I had a video of it, like in like one of my really old. Cause I'm trying to remember, was it Michael's or was it Joann's? It was like, cause it was before Joann's closed, and I'm starting to think it was Joann's. It was like the best Joann's I had ever been in. Cause it had to have been Joann's, cause it had a cutting station for fabric. But Michael's does have a frame section. I can't really remember. It was really nice. I got a video of the yarn wall. Sound like the first time I heard my air conditioner relax. I was like, come on now. It is. It really is, Sandy. That's what my problem is. Super black. I always go for blankets first. I keep saying I need to sit down and make other stuff, but I always put when I pick up the loom, I go to blankets. I love blanket. My bad. I love making blankets the most. No problem at all. Y'all got about 30 minutes left. I gotta make sure I get in there tonight because my son, my son went to his first day of work today. I want to know everything about it. Exactly. So that's what keeps me going. So I'm like, there's always different colors. So even if I do like the same pattern, because I get a lot of you do the same pattern, yes, every freaking time, the same pattern. But I'm just like, as long as you find different colors, different variegated yarn, you'll never get bored of like doing the same pattern because you'll have different colors to look at. So I do this same pattern every time, and long as it's different colors, like it works. Uh, I got one of those. Somebody gave me those, and I was about to start the sock, and I got afraid. I was gonna start a sock, and then I was like, nope, 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 nope. I took all of them off because I started looking up sock yarn, and sock yarn is very thin. And I was like, no, 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 no. Even if you double up sock yarn, it's still thin. It's still like a number three or number two. So I want to do socks so bad, but I was there. It's a lot of work to do socks. I can only do baby booties. Baby booties take me like about 3 hours to make a pair. And I'm like, just imagine what a sock would take me. But I could probably use like thicker yarn, of course, but I don't know. I don't know. Then I wanted the adjustable sock loom too. Oh, I bet that was cute. I think I've only done like two rainbow blankets. One of them had like a black stripe in it, and the other one had a white stripe in it for like clouds. Ooh, okay, 11 days. You are definitely goals. One of these days, I'll sit down and do right. Maybe when I feel like I ain't got nothing else, like, cause right now I've been working part time, and then I got kids, so I'm thinking about not going back as a sub next year and doing this like strictly full time. And if I feel like I have like no other pressures, maybe we'll see. And then I'll probably need like an extra phone, office phone, and we'll see. I'm gonna have to figure it out because having to like possibly go to the school for my children is a whole nother story. Oh, now pets can keep you busy too. Cause I got two dogs and they act like children. One never sits down. The other one that got older. He's like uh 6 now. And so, he's in his 40s. And the other one we just got, so he's just like 9 months old. And he never sits down. He chews everything up. Anytime he feels like something is in his way, he's gonna chew it up. Cat walks away like a boss. Oh, the dog, like this dog has pulled up fence posts that's been there. I seem like the fence pole is older than I am almost. They've been there probably. It had probably been there like at least 15, 20 years. The dog came and dug up the post. One day he was stuck on something so weird. He just chews up anything. We tried to put him on one of them harness. He chewed that up. He chewed out of it. We tried to give him some shade. He tore the tent down. Just, oh. I think mine is, I think he's about 30, somewhere around 30 pounds. The other one, he's bigger. He's like 60 pounds. It's just, the other one's just so much energy. He sleeps in our room. And we could be having conversations like just having a conversation in the middle of the night. He gets up. We're like, no, go back to bed. This is not like a you conversation. You are not in this conversation. Oh, yeah. We got two dogs and two boys. Like, yeah, it's never. The youngest dog has never made it a dull moment ever since we got him right before Christmas. I feel like I swear, that every time I be like, we not talking to you. Like, we could be whispering and he gets up like, what y'all talking about? I be like, yeah, Lee, you can't even talk. I could wake up and say, did you remember cut that water off? He up. Very, very, very nosy. Very. And it's really my husband that he does it to. It's not so me because he know I'm going to tell him go back and lay down. If my husband says a word, if my husband sneezes, he act like he called his name. It's ridiculous. My husband can cough. Like I cough, he know I'm gonna tell him to lay back down. So if I cough, he might stir and he like, no, she gonna tell me lay down. But my husband coughs, he gonna be like, did you call me? Chaos. Like he made right, Sandy. I never understood it though. They said the second dog is like getting like having a second child, and I swear it honestly is. He made like what the first dog did, like it was nothing. Our first dog was an angel compared to him. I was like, I'll never complain. Cause how? And that's what I wanted. I told my husband to get a cat because I felt like the cat was gonna be more mellow, and something more laid back, and every once in a while the cat wouldn't have nothing to do with me or something. But no, no, my husband is not a cat person. He's a dog person. It depends on what loom brand you get. So I have wider gauge looms, and I have small gauge looms. I can pull them out for you in just a second if you would like to see the difference. Walmart typically carries all wide gauge. So if you go to Walmart, you're more likely to get a loom you can fit your fingers in between. Hi, Evie. They lied. And that's what I was thinking too. I was like, knowing me, I still get a cat, and the cat gonna think he's a dog or behave like a dog. I was like, it didn't even make a difference. The dog fit, and even though I'm talking about the dog the way I am, me and my husband, like, he fits right in. He fits right into this family. He really does. All right, let me grab some moons for y'all real quick and kind of explain what I was talking about. Get my stacks. One of them is missing. I don't know what I did with that one. I probably got something on it. So these are some that what you typically get from Walmart. They'll come like these. Like you can pretty much stick your finger in between those. So these are like my round looms. And you can make sweater. I've seen someone make a sweater with this one. So you can pretty much make anything with this one as you can make on here. You just have to use thicker or tighter stitches. So if you're gonna work on them, you'll want to double up your yarn. Now these right here are my other ones. Yeah, so the ones I just put away are for bulky yarn. This is some more KB brand looms, and they're smaller gauge. And this one is just a tad, maybe a tad bit smaller than this one, I think. So, yeah. So it's more so like a brand thing too, cause technically KB calls this like their wide gauge loom. But I feel, for me, I just typically make number four weight. I use number four weight with this one, but you can use five or number six as well. So you can go up in thickness. But yeah, so it depends on what gauge you're looking for. That's part of my problem too. I tend to go small gauge, and it typically annoys other people because they're like, you use such thin yarn, but like it's like a habit. That's what I mostly like using this number 4 weight yarn. Hey Kelly, how you doing? You can that's the 10 stitch we were talking about. You can go up that big. You can go up that big with 10 stitch. You can make it as big as you want. That's good. Even on like those looms that I showed you, you can do a 10 stitch on that because all you need is 10 pegs, and you can go as big as you want to. And you don't have to sew anything or nothing or anything. Hey, Fire Love. Yes, I'm having a pretty good night. How you doing? Yeah, so definitely 10 stitch. 10 stitch. You're gonna need 10 pegs, and they say it works up very quickly. You don't have to sew anything, you don't have to make tubes or nothing. It all will be like one piece once you finish. That's good. Same here, same. I don't. That's. I did need to put out there. I don't know if I'm gonna go live next week because I might have. Well, I know I got a funeral to go to. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, and I don't know if I'm gonna be feeling up to it by Monday. Yes, you definitely need to try that. Hey, Freedom. Thank you. Thank you, Fire Love. Yeah, it's been like it's been a rough 2 weeks. Just I'm just gonna put it out there. 2 weeks. It's been a rough 2 weeks. Like this weekend, I had to decide who funeral I was going to. But I'm doing all right. So I'm not like I just know I'm gonna have to do some traveling, and usually when I have to do a lot of traveling, my body is like, girl, we tired. So that's why I said maybe um, not this Monday. I don't know. I don't know how this Monday gonna look. It's been crazy. True, true. That is so true, Sandy. Now I do got a couple of adjustable looms that you can put together, but I think the best one are those zippy. I think they call them zippy looms. Those will be the best because the ones I got, you got to put the pegs in them and you got to push them together. And they were hard to do. They were hard to put the pegs in and put them together. Y'all got a little less than 10 minutes left. I can't wait to go in the house and talk to my son about his first day at work. I keep talking about that because I don't even know how I'm feeling about that. My child is growing up on me. He gets off at 10 o'clock. I have mine. I think mine is teal. I have a pack. Was they teal or purple? Hmm. Teal or I can't remember. I haven't even watched the video yet. I just keep talking about it. Cause I know the people who told me about it, they rant and raved about it. Like they love it. And I still haven't sat down to watch a video on it yet. One day I had sat down with a loom and then I pulled this loom out yet again. I had sat down with one of my looms and I was like, I shouldn't have to leave this loom anytime soon. And then I sat down and started making a blanket on this loom yet again. Every time. This is probably gonna be my last row, y'all, because I know I'm not gonna be able to get the next row in enough time. And then I'll flip it over and let y'all see how far. What's SBC? I don't know. I don't have like regular TV. I have like YouTube TV. I swear, Fire Love, I swear. That'll work. That will work. Super Black Cat. I'm sorry. I I knew that earlier, Sandy. I knew that. I'm tripping. I made that assumption earlier that that's what that was, and then I got sidetracked. But we definitely should. Super Black Cat. And yeah, like let's let's not talk about how many looms I have that when I find one that I want to use, I say I shouldn't use this because I might need it. But I got like 30 other looms that I can use. And so that one loom shouldn't hurt me to use that loom. And so that's what happened. I was about to sit down and do a 10 stitch and I was like, I might need this loom. And so I didn't do it. But I got like about 30 looms. Like the sense that it was making was none. It was making no sense. Thank you, Super Black Cat. I appreciate it. It like the my logic sometimes It's like I throw all logic out the window sometimes, and I really need to quit tripping. Yes, I have Facebook. I'm on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram. I'm not a big fan of Instagram though. I just post on Instagram because it's gonna post on Facebook anyway. But Instagram is driving me nuts. But yeah, I always make up an excuse. I'm like, girl, that didn't make no sense at all. One of these days, I'm gonna do right. And then when I do right, I'm gonna get hooked. It's gonna be hard for me to do anything else. I swear, like it be like, why Instagram, why? And then I be trying to post videos. Why is the song still playing? And so now I'm annoyed that the song is stuck playing on repeat, and I close out of Instagram and the song is still playing on repeat. Even after I did a master close out on Instagram, then I uploaded the video, and then for 30 minutes it's saying that it's still upload. It hasn't uploaded yet, but it's technically has already uploaded. And then it freezes. Like I don't know if they trying to make me use their video editing app or what, but it be making me mad. I sometimes I just be like, forget it. I just skip it and just go on post on Facebook because this it be getting ridiculous. And then like I be like, how is like my views like high, or at least on Facebook. Facebook make my views look high on Instagram, but I'm not getting like any followers or something. I haven't grown on Instagram in 6 months. Okay, cool. That'll work. But yeah, I guess on Instagram. So sick of Instagram. I'm making a Slytherin themed blanket. Y'all, after I finish this last row, I am gonna let y'all see it before I get off live, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Sound like a cat is playing under my shed. For me, I do. The magic number is 5, but I do 7. So just in case you're like me and you make 5 and you don't really like it, 7 works the best for me. I feel like at 5 it still kind of buckles, and that's like whatever anybody else does. That's your choice. Like I wouldn't say, you didn't do enough garter stitches because I don't put my choices on to other people. I let I don't say, oh, you should have did more. I just put it out there. Oh, see, you do 8 to 10. No problem, Jennifer. They do and do, Sandy. They do. But yeah, I do 7. My magic number is 7 because I don't have enough patience to go as far as Super Black Cat does. The garter stitch alone makes me fall asleep. It takes that's my longest part of the blanket for me. Is like that part. Everything else I float through with a breeze. But when it comes to that garter stitch, I be taking naps. Be like, let me take a nap. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. That part, Sandy. That part. As long as it stop curling, that's all that matters. That's all. All right, y'all. This makes the end of my live. I don't know about Monday. I don't want to make no promises about Monday right now. But I will open up the back of this so that y'all can see it kind of spread open a little bit. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Super Black. So I will point out this here. I try to say some about it every time. You don't have to do it, but I just like to put it out there because I found out after the fact. Hi, Carol. So I only change colors on my E-stitch row because the pearl stitch is an inverse stitch. So I don't change colors because if you change colors on your pearl stitch row, you'll get this effect on the front of your blanket. Now, if I'm doing variegated yarn and the variegated yarn does it by itself, I just let it do it because I'm like, I'm not finna stop what I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself, so I'm just gonna let variegated yarn do what it do. But if I'm changing the colors, I will only change colors on my odd rows. So that also helps me keep up with my rows. Because I know if I'm on an E-stitch row, I'm on an odd number. And if I'm on starting with pearl stitches, I'm on an even row. So that helps me keep up. And also down here, I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 rows. I've known that I've done like 12 rows right here. You know, if it's, I don't think there's 6. I think there's, is it? I don't know. I don't know right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I miscounted something. Either way, I use my slip stitches over here to keep up with the amount of rows that I'm putting in there too. So they one slip stitch equal 2 rows. But yes. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Yes, when I noticed it, I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did an ice cream blanket, and that happened, and I was doing like 5, 10, 15, and I was like, "Oh, I have to do even numbers." Good night. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a good week, good rest of your week. See y'all hopefully next week, if not next week, the week after next. Have a good one, y'all.